by this week's Baird Brothers Big Dog of the Valley winner on the volleyball side of things, Julia Rapp from Columbiana. Julia, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we love having you on. Before we get into your season and the career and all the things you've put together, talk about what it meant to you to see the community of Columbiana step up for you, get all the votes, and get you this Big Dogs of the Valley win.
It means a lot to get as many votes as I did, especially from coming from a small town and everything. It just means a lot.
Looking a little bit about what you've been able to accomplish in your volleyball career, shout out some of the people that kind of helped you along the way, both coaches and maybe non-coaching people, but maybe some people that just really helped influence you and motivate you and encourage you to keep going along the way.
Definitely my parents and my coaches, and I played JO last year, so those coaches really helped me get where I am. And just playing since 7th grade, like all of my coaches and teammates that I've played with for that long really helped.
You come into this season, and I know there were a lot of new faces, and how has it been like this year, kind of meshing the leadership that you guys have with some of the new faces on the team?
Hold on. It's like glitching out. I couldn't hear what you said, that last sentence.
All right. So this season, there's a lot of new faces on Columbiana's volleyball team, of course, with a lot of new players coming into the fold. What has it been like to kind of mesh them with the returning varsity players?
So like the freshmen that came up this year?
Yeah.
Honestly, like they have a lot of talent and it really helps us. Like we have like Cameron Perkins and Ellie Jackson, and they're both really good setters. And we lost Grace Witmer last year, and she was a really good setter. So having those two coming up really helped.
Looking into this season and going into the season, what was the biggest thing you wanted to improve upon your game going into your senior year?
Being a better leader and just communicating more on the court, because I feel like I definitely stepped up as a leader more than I did last year.
How would you kind of define your leadership attributes? What kind of leader would you call yourself?
I mean, I'd say I'm a pretty good leader. I have a lot of other seniors on the court with me, so I just feel more comfortable like being a leader because like they're all on the court with me and everything.
Looking at it being your senior year and reflecting on everything you've done prior to in your whole volleyball career, what's something that some coaches told you maybe back when you were younger that you're incorporating into your game now, and you kind of wish maybe you were listening to them a little bit earlier on?
I couldn't hear the last sentence you said. It's like I don't know if it's me or you.
That's no problem. It was just basically saying something that maybe coaches were telling you earlier on in your volleyball career that you didn't start incorporating until later on, and you kind of wish you were you did earlier on in your career.
Definitely talking more on the court because they've always said that I was more like quiet and everything, and I definitely like stepped up with that this year, and I wish I would have done it the years before.
Talk about this coaching staff and what it's like being under them and what they've done to help you kind of grow into the volleyball player you are now.
My head coach, Martin, she actually got me into a JO team, and playing JO helped me a lot with my swing and just like knowing more about the game. So I thank her for that. And then my JV coach, Coach Malsh, she just had a baby, but she helped me a lot with like my swing and everything like that too.
Reflect for me a little bit on it being your senior year now, and reflect on your high school experience and your whole experience with the Columbiana community. How has it been? And just kind of take the time now to, I don't know, either thank or just reflect a little bit on your whole Columbiana high school experience.
I couldn't hear part of it. I don't know what's going on.
It's no problem. The question was just to reflect on your Columbiana high school experience, both within the high school and the community.
Like my whole high school experience, that's all I got.
Yeah. Just reflect on your whole high school experience.
Okay. My whole high school experience, I started my freshman year on JV, and then my sophomore, junior, and senior year, I played middle, and I completely changed positions my sophomore year. I at first hit left side, and now I'm a middle hitter. But I'm just like glad that I did switch positions because I like middle a lot better.
We have a lot of Columbiana pictures on Smugbug and from Mahoning Valley Sports and our great photographers, but it seems like every time you pop up in a picture, Tori Long is right next to you. Talk about the dynamic between you and Tori and what it's like to have her as a teammate.
I couldn't hear that at all.
Okay, we'll do this again. Every time we see a picture of Columbiana volleyball, it seems like you and Tori Long are right next to each other at the net or blocking or whatever it may be. What's the dynamic between you two, and what's it like having her as a teammate?
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
paused.
Okay. Tori Long, great teammate that you guys have and a great chemistry you have. Talk about that. Talk about her and the
I
dynamic.
can't hear it, so.
Okay. Ty, you want to take a question? See if she can hear you.
Let's see too. We have these technical issues sometimes. Are you hearing me right now, Julia? Yeah, we might be technical issues right now.
Julia, why
I'm
don't you
sorry,
try?
I can't hear anything.
Why don't you try getting out and then coming back in and seeing if that does anything?
Okay.
So we'll try to fix those issues with Julia Rapp, and try to see if we can get her back on.
Yeah,
the gremlins. The gremlins are real.
Yeah, glitch gremlins like to mess up too, especially down towards the Columbiana area too. It likes to be spotty sometimes, especially with data.
All right, so I'm gonna pop her back on and see.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this again.
All
every
right.
time, can you hear us?
It's still doing it. I don't know why. Maybe I might have to move rooms.
Yeah, it might just be the Wi-Fi connection wherever you're at.
Okay. Do you want me to just join when I get somewhere else?
Yeah, let's just try that, and then if that doesn't work, we'll just we'll call it a day.
Yeah, because I still can't hear anything.
Right. All right, so Julia will try to get to another room, maybe get a better connection at somewhere else in the school, and we'll continue to try to get her on as we deal with the glitch gremlins. We got a little bit of an interview in before the gremlins started to really attack us. Someone fed it after midnight. We're gonna have a talk with someone. There are rules with gremlins, very specific rules. Just three of them. Don't put it in water. Don't give it sunlight, and don't feed it after midnight.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're striking again. Hopefully, we can figure something out. But yeah, we were able to get something in too, and at least talk to her a little bit about her experience with the Columbiana Clips.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing that we got out of her is just how important Columbiana's community is to that team. And we'll try this again. Let's see. It looks like she's in a different location. Hello, are we better now? Your video.
Yeah, it sounds better.
All right. So before we had the glitches, I was gonna ask about you and Tori Long, and every time we see a picture of you two, you guys are always next to each other on the court. What's that dynamic like between you two, and what's it like having her as a teammate?
It glitched out again.
All right, wait. We'll try this one more time because I think we have this.
Okay.
All right, you and Tori Long, great teammates. Talk about the dynamic between you two.
Me and Tori have been through like everything together, and we played softball together. We've just always been really good friends, and having her on the court with me one last year is an amazing feeling.
Looking towards the future, I know you're probably going to do some great things, but reflecting on this experience again, just talk to me about what has been your favorite thing about playing for Columbiana.
Definitely with my teammates, because we've played together since 7th grade, and having them on the court with me one last year means a lot.
Tournament time is very close to us. What are some things that you guys want to do as a team before tournament time approaches?
Work better on the court. The last 2 games, we weren't really working together as well as we normally do. And I feel like we need to work on our communication skills more and just be better teammates. And I feel like that will help us get us far in tournaments.
Looking from the beginning of the season to now, what has been the biggest improvements you've seen, not only with yourself, but with your teammates on the court this year?
The senior leadership, I feel like it was all hard for us at first to like be loud on the court and have leadership skills because we lost our 4 seniors last year. And so we had to step up, and I feel like it took a lot of time, especially with like all the freshmen we have.
Julia, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the people that have been there for you through the years, and what they mean to you in your career.
I want to thank all my coaches and my community and all of my friends, especially my senior group of friends, because they've been there through it all and they've helped me get where I am today.
As we look forward to the tournament, I want you to take this time now to call out the Columbiana community and let them know how much they need, or you guys need their support for your tournament push and going forward with volleyball.
Yeah, we need a lot of support. I feel like when we have those big games with like a lot of fans and stuff, we always play better. And just having our community behind us is going to help us get far.
All right, before we let you go, I want to know what the future holds for Julia Rapp. What are some of your future plans after high school?
I plan on running track. I'm not sure where yet. I've been visiting a lot of places, but I definitely plan on running track. And I'm not sure what my major is, but we're figuring it out.
Okay, a lot of people are figuring that out right now. So you haven't landed on a destination, but are you someone that wants to travel, or are you someone that wants to kind of stay closer to home?
More close to home, I'm hoping for.
All right, Julia, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the glitch gremlins that tried to attack us, but we got through it. We got through it, and we are glad to have you on, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you for having me.